This is a sheet of paper that I carry with me a lot of the places that I go. I have it in my rucksack, and it's just a list of the promises of God that I've come across over a little while now, and I write them down and I take them with me because I find it's just such an encouragement when I'm having a bad day or when life has been tough for one reason or another. Excuse me, to get out this bit of paper and to remind myself of God's promises to me. So let me just read you a couple of little bits. There's one from 2 Corinthians chapter 12 which says God's power is made perfect in weakness, and his grace will always be sufficient. There's another one in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 where it talks about how God is faithful and he won't let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. There's another one that says from Philippians chapter 1 that God begins a good work in us and he carries it on to completion. There's another one in Romans chapter 8. There's no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. There's another one from Romans chapter 8. He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us, how will he not also along with him graciously give us all things? And there's loads. I could read you more, but I won't. One of the things that's really comforting about God is that he keeps his promises. He is unbelievably faithful to his promises. God never makes a promise that he doesn't keep. And here, just at the start of our passage in Hebrews, it talks about when God swore to Abraham. Typically, people would swear by someone who was greater than themselves. They'd swear by their gods or they'd swear by something else. And God, it says, there's no one greater than him. So he simply swears by himself. As surely as I live, I will do this. I will see this through. And it says Abraham had to wait patiently for the promise to be fulfilled, but it was indeed fulfilled to him. Now he had to wait years and years and years and years. He must have at times doubted whether or not God would ever come good on his promise. He must have done. He surely did. But ultimately, God is the one who is the faithful one, and he's true to his word, he's true to his promises. And the message, the take-home point for us today for this is to recognize that when God makes a promise to me and to you, he keeps that promise. So hold him to them. Test him. I think he delights it when we come to him, we say, look, you promised me that you give me my daily bread. Well, I need it. You said to me that you would help me in this situation. Well, I'm really crying out to you now. Come on, prove yourself faithful, God. As we begin to do that, and as we begin to step out in small things, testing God in small things, it prepares us like going to the gym does and you work your way up the weights. It prepares us for trusting him for greater challenges ahead. What are the small things that you could trust God's promises for today? Find them, take them, put him to the test, and he will prove himself faithful to you. And as that happens, we are grown and strengthened in our faith.